Hi everyone, it's Mr. Monica again. Today we're going to continue with our story, The Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum. We read chapter 9 yesterday, and that's where Dorothy and her friends arrived at the gates of the Emerald City. They met a little man there called the Guardian of the Gates, and he unlocked the front gate with a giant golden key, and they walked through the gates into the Emerald City. And that's where we start off today. Chapter 10, The Emerald City of Oz. The Emerald City was astonishing. Everything was green, even the rays of sunlight pouring into the city. Emeralds sparkled from the walls, from the streets and sidewalks, and from every shop window along the way. It was dazzling, and the friends were glad that they wore protective eyeglasses. The people of the city watched them, but kept their distance because of the Cowardly Lion. At last, they reached the Palace of Oz, which was in the exact center of the city. There, the Guardian of the Gates stopped to talk with a soldier with green whiskers who was standing at the door. "I bring strangers who wish to see the great Oz," the Guardian of the Gates told the soldier. Here's a picture of the soldier. You'll notice he's quite a bit taller than the Guardian of the Gates. The soldier looked surprised, but spoke politely, saying, "Please step inside. I will go tell Oz of your request. Make yourselves comfortable." He pointed to several comfortable-looking couches set along the wall. They all sat on the couches, except for the Cowardly Lion and Toto, who were more comfortable on the floor, and waited. They sat for a long time, getting more nervous by the minute. What was taking so long? What if Oz refused to see them? By the time the soldier returned, Dorothy was so nervous that she jumped up and blurted out, "Did you see Oz?" "Oh no," answered the soldier. "I have never seen him. But I did tell him that you want to see him, and he agreed to let you do so, one at a time. He will see you first." He pointed at Dorothy. "Tomorrow morning. He will see only one of you a day, so we will find a comfortable room for each of you to sleep in." This wasn't exactly the news that they were hoping for, but at least they hadn't been turned away. A beautiful girl with green hair and skin arrived to lead them to their rooms, one at a time. Dorothy went first and, after rummaging around in a closet full of gorgeous green dresses, she fell asleep on the plush green bed with Toto by her side. In the morning, the green girl returned. She had Dorothy put on a dress from the closet, then followed her down to breakfast. There, Dorothy rejoined her friends, but not for long. The soldier came in and told her it was time to go meet Oz. He led her to the door of Oz's throne room, told her that she must go in by herself, and left. Hesitantly, she stepped through the door and closed it behind her. When she turned around slowly to look at the throne room, because she had never been in one before, she almost cried out. There, above a gigantic throne, hovered an enormous, hairless head with no body, arms, or legs. It was bigger than the head of the biggest giant. Here's a picture of that. "I am Oz, the great and terrible," the head declared. "Who are you, and why do you wish to see me?" Dorothy took a deep breath. The voice, she decided, was not as awful as she had expected from the big head. So she curtsied and answered, "I am Dorothy, the small and meek. I have come to ask you to help my dog and me get back home to Kansas. Your land seems very nice, But it isn't my home, and I am sure that Aunt Em and Uncle Henry must be terribly worried about me by now." "Why should I do that for you?" demanded the head. "Because you are strong, and I am weak, and you are a great wizard, while I am only a young girl." The head considered her response. Its eyes blinked up at the ceiling, down to the floor, then around in its head. It did this for several minutes. Then the eyes looked back at Dorothy again. "Where did you get those silver shoes?" the head questioned suddenly. "I got them from the Wicked Witch of the East. My house fell on her and killed her," Dorothy replied. "Where did you get that mark upon your forehead?" "From the Good Witch of the North when she kissed me at the beginning of my journey. She sent me to you." The giant head rolled its huge eyes around again, then declared, "I will give you my answer now. In my country, we do not do favors for each other. Everyone must pay for what he or she gets. Therefore, I will not send you to Kansas until you have done something for me." "What must I do?" asked the girl. "You must kill the Wicked Witch of the West," thundered Oz. "I can't do that!" exclaimed a dismayed Dorothy. "I don't want to hurt anyone." "You killed the Wicked Witch of the East." "By accident," Dorothy interrupted. "My house fell on her." "And you wear the silver shoes, which have a powerful charm," Oz continued. "And you have the Good Witch's mark on your forehead. There is only one Wicked Witch left, and I want her gone." "If you're so powerful, why can't you do it?" questioned Dorothy. "I may be able to," replied Oz. "But that is what you must do for me if you want me to do something for you. Leave me now, and do not return until you can prove that the witch is dead." Dorothy left the throne room in tears. When she returned to her friends, she told them what the wizard had said. Then she went to her room to be by herself. She didn't believe that she would ever see her home again. Wow, Dorothy's got a big decision to make. Well, that's the end of chapter 10, my friends. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll give you a little teaser. Chapter 11 is called The Many Faces of Oz. All right, until tomorrow, goodbye, my friends.